The famous sails of the Sydney Opera House, these days so often shrouded in smoke, are now a canvas carrying messages of thanks to the firefighters who've battled the bushfires, some losing their lives. The latest victim, a 60-year-old forestry worker named Bill Slade.
Bill was working as a member of a task force in the Anglers Rest area, and he was struck by a tree.
The bushfires have left many so-called killer trees waiting to fall. Landscapes like these are the new normal in the country's scorching summer. And some Australians are angry, demanding their leaders take action to address the causes of the crisis. Now the embattled Prime Minister Scott Morrison has admitted some failures.
There are things that I could have handled on the ground much better. These are very raw, emotional environments. Prime Ministers are flesh and blood too, and how they engage with people.
Engagements like this, unwanted handshakes and cold shoulders when confronted by critics. Morrison now says he shouldn't have holidayed in Hawaii in the heat of the crisis. And after months of equivocating, a clear comment on the links between climate change and the fires.
Climate change, it is the government's policy, has obviously impacted on the longer, hotter, drier summer seasons, and that's the advice we've received, and that is not contested. That is the position of the government. Okay? Let there be no dispute about that.
As the fire call-outs continue, the Prime Minister has promised a royal commission to review the crisis. But there's no announcement of any change to the country's carbon emissions targets or its reliance on fossil fuels. Some Australians want to see more substance and less smoke.